Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Decades with Joe E. Kramer.
It's 8 o'clock.
This is Brian Holmes of the Van Halen. I'm Wild Mick Brown, the drummer from Dawkins.
This is Lita Ford.
You are listening to Decades.
You are listening to Decades.
And you're listening to Decades with the one and only Joey Kramer.
This is where the past comes alive. Hairspray at 8 starts now.
All right, we are on Hairspray at 8, a special 2-hour edition of Hairspray at 8. And the one and only
Rex Havoc
is with us.
Oh, how I've missed this.
I haven't played this in such a long time.
Oh, how I've missed this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, His Highness of Hair, the Guru of Glam, the Master of Metal, the immortal and immoral Rex Havoc!
This is Hairspray at 8.
Does that make you happy?
It did. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I won't say that. I'm not going to start. We have 2 hours left, so we don't want to get into it too much. Now, of course, in the last week, Eddie Van Halen passed away.
Yeah,
at the age of 65.
Kind of a bummer.
And the ironic thing is they said that he got cancer from his guitar pick.
Yeah.
He said
it wasn't the 2 packs a day he smoked at all.
His doctor said that the guitar pick he had something in it that he kept in his mouth for years, and they said it poisoned him.
Yeah, it wasn't the 2 packs a day.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, not at all.
I'm just saying.
Couldn't have been the chew.
It could have been. The fact is, we all have expiration dates somewhere on our body that say what day we're going to go.
Tell me I have another tattoo.
You just don't know where it's at. We're going to find it, and we're going to say, this is my expiration date.
Yeah, this is true, man.
It could be anything.
If this pandemic has taught us anything, it's that life is way too short.
So we're gonna play some Van Halen throughout the show. My choice, of course.
Well, how come I don't get at least one vote?
I'm trying to get the guitar solos going here. So we're going to start off with 1978 here. Eruption into...
I don't know my name on that one.
Don't you have this album?
I do.
Oh, my God. Eruption into... You really got me. Here's a guitar solo for you. Hairspray at 8.
How high was your hair? This is Hairspray at 8. This is Decades with Joe E. Kramer.
Is that all the young dudes? Did you hear that at the end?
Yeah, I
all
did.
The young dudes.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever heard that.
Yeah.
Hairspray at 8, Motley Crue, and Time for Change.
I
Don't even say it.
I remember when they released that, and Mick was doing an interview, and the interviewer asked him, was that all the young dudes at the end? He's like, yeah, I just kind of slipped that in.
It sounded like all the young dudes there at the end. And, of course, Tommy Lee has a new album coming out. and he's also sober again. He was drinking 2 gallons of vodka a day.
Let's see. It's now 8:14.
Well, he said he was sober.
So he's probably not.
He was sober during the not the farewell tour, but the tour right before that. He was sober for like 4 or 5 years, and then
wait, wasn't
after
that the Carnival of Sins tour?
I guess after the farewell tour, he sat in his pool all day, and he just drank vodka.
Carnival of Sins tour. I remember watching him up on the drum riser drinking a gallon of Jack
just
Daniels.
saying.
How is that sober?
That's what he's saying.
I
So
don't know.
we'll talk more Van Halen. Of course, we'll have to talk a little bit of Kiss because it wouldn't be a show
Hi, Matt. How
if
you
we
doing?
if we didn't talk about Kiss. So Cinderella, Shelter Me, Hairspray at 8, 2 hours tonight.
Let's have
the generation that put a hole in the ozone. Hairspray at 8 on Decades.
We're running a little bit hot tonight. I can barely see the road from the heat coming up. Reach down between my legs, ease the seat back. She's running, I'm buying, right behind it, real me now. Got the feeling, power steering, busy robbing me, no stopping now.
Panama 1984 right here on Decades. Did you know that you can't use a jump drive
more than
16 gigs
yeah
in a car
because car's memory won't read it.
There you go. So
anything over
any of you out there who
you can fill up a 32 and put it in, but it will only read the first 16.
So there you go. Anybody who's trying to stick a jump drive in their car and it does not work.
You're such a jerk. Such a jerk.
I gotta tell you, I miss this. This is
You're such a jerk.
I'm just saying. Anyway, this is about Van Halen. So we're gonna talk. Panama 80. We both agreed that the first Van Halen album we bought was 1984.
Yes.
See, here's the thing about Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen, hands down, one of, if not the greatest guitarist of all time.
Yes.
But Van Halen as a whole, I mean, I'd rather Sammy Hagar than David Lee Roth. So if they want to go on, if they wanted to keep going.
Here's the thing about that. Dave is the ultimate party host. All right? Sammy's the singer. All right? If you want to have like a party and play like upbeat party tunes, You're going with the David Lee Roth stuff.
Yeah, but the problem is
But
David Lee
if
Roth
you-
can't sing any of the songs.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about playing the tunes at a party, whatever.
So what they
You're
should
gonna
do
with
is go. They could go back on tour. You have Sammy Hagar who can play guitar
You're never gonna get.
and he can
Sam-
sing.
you're
I'm
never
just,
gonna
I'm
get
just
Sammy
saying. With Sammy, David could be sitting on the side. Lee Roth, he could sit and announce them. He could say, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's a party with Van Halen," and he can announce them.
Yeah, but Sammy was the serious singer, and brought kind of brought the band back to reality. I mean, like 84 was great, but then after it left, everybody was like, oh well, they're never gonna top that.
5150
They're never gonna
was-
top that. And then Sammy comes in, and it's like, wow, dude, this is even better than 1984.
5150, and after that, we're all better than. I think we're better than 1984.
There's no such thing as a bad Van Halen song until you get to the Sharon album.
Well, you know what? There's no such thing as a bad Van Halen song unless you listen to some of the David Lee Roth vocals on some of the albums. Musically,
and on that note, we will agree to disagree.
Musically, before Hagar, I mean, they were tight. But David Lee Roth just...
Again,
he didn't have a voice. And he doesn't have a voice now, but he didn't have a voice.
Well, I mean, again, it was...
I mean, Jump's a catchy song, absolutely. But even Sammy Hagar singing it, it sounded 10 times better. Because we all know that he forgot the lyrics, he made the lyrics up, he didn't, it is what it is.
Wait, when did Dave become Vince Neil?
Well, Vince Neil just lets the crowd sing.
Right.
Everybody sing with me.
You get a lyric, everybody gets a lyric.
Three of them look drunk on stage, and then you have Mars who they have to tap every once in a while to make sure he's still alive.
Dude, you breathing? You okay?
I mean, that's what you have to do with him. All right, we're going to take a little break here. We got more music coming up, more Van Halen. What else we got? We got Kiss.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk a little Kiss.
Okay.
And more conversation on the way. Right here, Decades, 2-hour version of Hairspray at 8 on the River 105 and 103.5. Hang on.
This is Hairspray at 8 with Joe E. Kramer. Turn it up.
Hey, is he really going out with her? There he is. Look there. Hey, man, is that your ring she's wearing? Uh-huh. Man, it must be ring riding with her. Were you picking her up after school today? Uh-uh. By the way, where'd you meet her? I met her at the candy store. She turned around and smiled at me. Get the picture? Yeah, we see. That's when she fell for the leader of the pack. Her folks were always putting me down, down, down. They said I came from the wrong side of town, wrong side of town. They told her that I was bad, but she knew I
is Hairspray at 8.
The biggest hits. The Kramer.
Hairspray at a 2-hour edition tonight. Joey Kramer here, Rex Havoc in the house, and Brittany Fox, Dream On.
One of my favorites.
Hairspray.
One of my favorite tunes.
I got you hooked on that song.
I've always loved old Britney Fox stuff. You know, that first album is just a great album.
Did you hear that beep?
Yeah, it was mine.
I'm hearing beeps all over the place.
It was my iPad.
All right. What was I gonna say? I completely forgot.
I don't know. Oh, you were gonna rag on Kiss.
No, we're not playing Kiss yet, so I can't rag on them yet.
Okay.
We got to talk Quiet Riot later, because even though, the passing of Frankie Banali,
The last original member.
we're going to talk about, you know what? They got tour dates set up. This monster's going on. Doesn't make a difference. So we'll talk about...
Who actually owns the name?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about that coming up. And, of course, Mr. Havoc was whining that they don't play his song, so... Got more Van Halen, Summer Nights.
You are such a jerk.
5150. This is going out for Havoc.
spandex never felt so good. This is Hairspray at 8 with Joe E. Kramer.
Hairspray at 8, 2 hours tonight. Of course, Kiss and Tears Are Falling. It's Joey Kramer. We were just talking about David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. And I want to say, forget about the Men at Work thing, which I don't understand. I don't get that. First of all, I don't even like Men at Work. I mean, but I don't understand the whole. But anyway,
there were the cool kids in high school who listened to stuff like Van Halen and
the cool kids.
Yeah. And the
cool
not
kids
so
listen to
the not so cool kids listen to the new wave.
But when
style.
when I was in high school, Van Halen was Van Hagar, and I did listen to that stuff. When 1984 came out, I was in 6th grade.
Dweeb.
So I mean, that wasn't. It's not a great reference.
Yeah, well, that's human. Whatever.
I'm just saying, it's not a very good reference.
I didn't make the reference.
And all I'm saying is that David Lee Roth can sing. And if you go back and listen to all the Van Halen stuff, he talks on it, which was cool. I mean, they made some good music, But
Hot for Teacher, man. Like,
he didn't sing on Hot for Teacher. Though. He talked.
I'm actually surprised with the guitar work on that. You didn't drag that out.
I was thinking of dragging that one. I can only do so many, and you wanted to hear your Summer Night song.
I love that. I love it. It's a great song.
Give me Hagar over David Lee Roth any day of the week.
And you know what? You're entitled to that opinion. And again,
I want to hear somebody who can sing.
I like both versions of Van Halen, but again, it's like two different bands.
It's like give me Tommy Thayer over Ace Frehley because I want somebody who could sing and play the guitar. So that's why I like Tommy Thayer better than just. That was a good look, though. It really was.
There's a reason that when you die, you're going to hell, and that was probably it.
And when I had Bruce Kulick on a couple weeks ago, that was part of my quarantine interviews, and I talked to him back in, I guess it was April or so.
Yeah.
And he said, he doesn't necessarily agree with the whole makeup thing with Ace, with the spaceman and everything, but he said it's more of a costume than anything else.
Right. I mean,
he said, and it goes around. He said, I'd be more. He said, but they weren't going to put me in makeup. He said, what were they going to come up with?
I don't know.
And Bruce Kulick is a much better guitar player than Tommy Thayer is. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that guy who just walked by is a much better guitar player than Tommy Thayer.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I mean, Tommy Thayer doesn't play his own music. He plays Ace's music.
Well, yeah,
it's real easy.
Well, that's not fair because they did have new albums out.
It's really easy to copy somebody else.
Their new albums were out. I mean, Sonic Boom was quite the masterpiece.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
I love Psycho Circus. Psycho Circus was great.
Yeah,
and I don't even think Ace played on that. Did he even play on there?
I think he played on most of it. I don't think he played on all of it.
Yeah, I don't even know if because they were all mad because they were basically left out.
Matt Porter, if you're still listening out there, can you answer that question for us?
Well, I could look it up.
But let's go to the guru of all things Kiss.
Yeah, but he might.
Not all of us have a Kiss room in our house.
That is true. Matt Porter, who played lead guitar on most of the songs? How many songs did Ace Frehley actually play on?
Yeah.
I know Peter didn't play a lot of drums on the album.
No. I think Pete was very happy to just collect his paycheck at that point.
All right, we got to get into commercials here. When we get back, we got another hour full of hits. We got more.
By the way, in case any of you are wondering who this Matt Porter that we reference all the time is, he hosts a podcast.
I always talk about the Kiss Room.
He hosts a podcast. It's called The Kiss Room.
I always talk about the Kiss Room.
I will talk about the Kiss Room because I'm the only person here who has actually fallen asleep in the actual Kiss Room.
I've never been invited to the Kiss Room, but I've talked about the Kiss Room for years.
Yeah, it's scary how much Kiss stuff he had. I don't know if he still has it all. I think when they moved, they had to downsize the collection, but it was really scary how much. And I love the dude to death. He's my brother from another mother, but man, it was scary how much. You never truly been scared.
It's kind of like your Kicks collection.
Nah,
this dude's got Kick stuff all over his house.
Dude, you've never truly experienced fear until you wake up at like 3 a.m. having to go to the bathroom, and the first thing you see when you open your eyes is a 7-foot replica of Frankenstein wearing a Gene Simmons mask.
Oh, God. All right, we got Kicks coming up. We got more Van Halen. We got Quiet Riot right here. It's Decades. Hairspray at 8 on the river, 105 and 103.5 around the world. Decades at joeykramer.com and the Radio Bold app. More Hairspray at 8 coming up next. Hang on.
It's 9 o'clock.
Hi, this is Chip Snuff, and you're listening to Decades.
Hey, everybody, this is Janet Gardner from Vixen, and you are listening to Decades.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? This is Billy Childs from Brittany Fox, and you're listening to Decades.
This is where the past comes alive. Hairspray at 8 starts now.
All right, here we go. 2 hours, Hairspray at 8. We haven't done this in months and months and months. I was nice enough to invite Rex Havoc back
And he appreciates it. He does.
It's lonely in here. I mean, I do Singing with Sam every week, but we record that at my house.
You ever thought it's lonely in here because nobody wants to come here because it's like -4 in here?
It's what?
-4 degrees.
That's great. All right, Van Halen.
I get up and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Oh, hey you, who said that? Baby, how you been? You say you don't know, you won't know until you begin. Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen. Can't you see what I mean? Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Get ready and jump. Go ahead and jump. 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 Jump.
How high was your hair? This is Hairspray at 8. This is Decades with Joe E. Kramer.
Hello, you. Yes, it's me. You can come back. You're flying free. You think you found everything that you need. Fly away. Fly away to your new home across the seas. Leave your nest. Oh, baby, leave the best thing that you've been. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fly on, Thunderbird, fly. Fly on, spread your wings to the sky. Fly on, Thunderbird, fly. And I can't help but think that someday you'll be back home. Whoa. Fly away to your new home across the bay. Oh, baby, leave the best thing that you've
Hairspray at 8, Quiet Riot, Thunderbird from Mental Health. When they were Quiet Riot. Because now, for all the people, and I by no means am trying to insult anybody, Frankie Banali passed away earlier from the worst thing you could get, pancreatic cancer. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. That is truly, I'm sorry, I didn't turn your mic on. But anyway, of course, Kevin Dubrow, he's been dead, what, 13 years?
Yeah, and Sarzo and Cavazzo have been out of the band for, I don't know, 20, 25 years.
So right now, it looks as though it's Frankie Banali's wish to keep the legacy, air quotes, alive. Alex Grassi has been in the band since 2004.
Yeah.
Jizzy Pearl has been there as a member of Quiet Riot since 2013. Johnny Kelly.
Well, he was there for a while after Dubrow died, and then he left and then came back.
Right. So he's an alumni. Johnny Kelly, Johnny Kelly, big old rock star.
Yeah.
He's been doing a great job filling in on drums. And Chuck Wright, of course, has been in the band off again. Now he played on Mental Health.
Right.
He just didn't get any kind of credit for it.
Yeah, and then he came back in, like, what was it, QR3?
Something like that. Well, no, he was on Condition Critical. He joined the band during the Mental Health right after that.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway.
No, I thought Cavazzo played on Condition Critical. And then QR3 was Chuck, and then, he left. And
no, we're going to look it up on Wikipedia.
No, about that.
Anyway, Quiet Riot's doing dates. Now, they're going to be, these are all tentative, obviously, with the COVID, but
if your boys Firehouse are playing, there's places out there that
there
are
are places out there that are doing those drive-in things,
drive-ins, outdoor concerts, unless
you're in California, because you're
not
allowed to. If you're walking by yourself in an honest street with nobody around at 3 o'clock in the morning, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, it's funny because I was watching the baseball playoffs that were going on out there, and the announcers all had to wear masks. The umpires had to wear masks. The bench staff had to wear masks, but they didn't force the players to wear masks.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, and I understand. And believe me, I believe masks are a good idea, even if they help you, just a little bit. It helps you from not getting this disease. Great when you're in places, grocery stores, whatever. But I don't think you should have to wear a mask when you're going for a walk with your wife or your girlfriend or a friend. Outside.
Now let's talk about the great red state of Texas, which has decided for the National League Division Series and the World Series, you can attend.
Well, yeah,
they're selling 11,000 seats.
Yeah, why not though? I mean, the stadium holds 50,000 people.
Right, and you have to buy a set of 4. So you can't just buy a ticket by yourself.
Now, who do you think's getting those tickets?
Do
you think Joe and John Smith sitting right here is going to be able to get a ticket? Obviously,
I literally went online the other day and just to see how much they were. They range anywhere from $75 to $250. Again, you have to buy 4. So if there's anybody out there who wants to take a road trip with me next week to the World Series, message me. It's
not me. My plan is I'm going to see.
Well, your team's out. Your team's been out of it since.
I'm going to see the Phillies Yankees next week.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I know the Phillies didn't make it, but I'm so glad the Yankees lost. That makes me thrilled.
You and me both.
All right, back to the music. Kicks, Cold Blood. This is 2 hours of Hairspray at 8.
Good love is all you need.
keeping it stiff. This is Hairspray at 8 with Joe E. Kramer.
It is Decades Hairspray at 8. Joey Kramer and Rex Havoc is here. Hollywood Junkyard right here on Decades. We've been talking about Van Halen. Of course, Eddie Van Halen passed away this past week. We've been playing a bunch of Van Halen. We're going to play another one after the break. 2 more Van Halen songs. Had a request for Why Can't This Be Love, so we're going to get that one on. And we have a Rex Havoc request, which I'm currently downloading at this minute to get it on the air.
Nice.
I just got to make the last couple adjustments to it, and we'll be ready to go.
Oh, boy.
From my new state-of-the-art system I got going on here. Shh. It's all a secret.
State-of-the-art.
Weren't we talking about Kiss before? We found out that Ace Frehley only played on what we were talking about?
Like 3 or 4.
Psycho Circus?
Yeah,
not Psycho Circus?
3 or 4 tracks on Psycho Circus. Kevin Valentine played most of the drums. I think Peter played on just 1 track. Because
we all know what great drummer Peter Criss is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, Eric Carr was the best drummer in Kiss. No doubt about it.
I like Eric Singer, but yeah, you're probably right.
Eric Singer was good. But, I mean, people who want Peter to come back, do you think Peter even remembers half the songs?
I'm not really sure Peter even remembers who Peter is anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got more Van...
I won't lie. I think it would be great if, at the final show, if we haven't already seen it, because who knows what's going on, what touring's going to go back to. But I think it'd be great at the final show if they brought Ace and Peter out on stage.
Ace isn't getting out there unless he's paid a huge chunk of change.
And,
which I don't blame him.
You know, I don't blame him either. I mean,
I don't blame him either.
You know, it's funny because there was something that popped up in my memories on Facebook today that you had I tagged you in and laughed. It was the thing about Superman and the Gene Simmons meet and greet.
Oh yeah.
I still find that funny.
Well, Gene Simmons is the ultimate Superman too.
Yeah, right, sure.
All right, more Van Halen coming up. We're gonna try to get some White Lion in there. What else we got? I don't know. I don't know what we'll get to. I don't want to say we're gonna play something. I can guarantee Van Halen, and I can guarantee Faster Pussycat.
Okay,
that's what I'll guarantee. We got more decades coming up.
You know, one of these nights
you're still not done. You're still talking.
One of these nights we need to start at 8 and just go till midnight.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I think it would be. How many of you out there would like a 4-hour Hairspray?
More decades coming up right here on the river, 105 and 103.5. Hang on.
This is Hairspray at 8 with Joe E. Kramer. Turn it up. is Hairspray at 8.
The biggest hits. Forever. Some friends of mine just the other night went to hear this cool cat blow. They said he sang so good that the roof fell in and he didn't even stop the show. They don't remember the place, but they remember the face, and now everybody wanna go. Woo! Top Jimmy cooks, Top Jimmy swings. He's got the love. Woo! Top Jimmy, he's the king. Jimmy on the television, famous people love it with him. Jimmy on the news, the fire. And Jimmy on the radio and even on the video, the baddest cat alive. Driving all the women crazy, only one Jimmy made it love when he rolls his eyes. Top Jimmy cooks, Top Jimmy swings. He's got the love. Top Jimmy, woo, shake it, baby. Two-joint Jimmy is the latest thing. He's got the sound that everybody digs. Yeah, the joint beat jumping when the band beat bumping, and you know they play a crazy gig. When you ain't been living till you see the living end. Top Jimmy and his rhythm pigs. Top Jimmy cooks, Top Jimmy swings. He's got the love. Top Jimmy, go Jimmy. Top Jimmy, go Jimmy. Top Jimmy, ow, he's the king.
Hairspray at 8, another talking David Lee Roth song there. Sort of singing. And it's not that I don't like David Lee Roth, because I like this solo stuff.
That's what it sounds like, man.
I'd love Just Like Paradise, one of my favorite songs. California Girl, But, and what was the other song I liked by him? I can't think. I play it all the time, too, but I can't remember it.
Just a Gigolo?
No, Just a Gigolo. Now you're going to make me look it
Just
up, really?
a Gigolo?
Now I'm going to have to go on my computer.
I forget the name of the song, but I can always remember the video where he shows up at the mini market with the tribal mask on, and he's like, "I'll have a bottle of anything and a glazed donut."
Going crazy. That's the other song.
Yeah,
he's a showman. He should go do Broadway.
And I have said that, again, with Roth, it's kind of like a party band feel.
See, what should happen is Alex Van Halen should go and join Sammy Hagar's band, because then you have Michael Anthony, you have him, and you have Alex Van Halen. There you go.
I think the bad blood between the Hagar camp extended to both Van Halen.
They're all a bunch of babies. We're going to play one of your favorites now. I know you love the upbeat version of Love of a Lifetime. So.
I actually do like this version.
Bill Leverty will join us next Saturday night in the Spotlight and the return of Singing with the Sam. So here we go. It's Hairspray at 8.
I guess the time was right for us to say we take our time and live our life together day by day. Make a wish, set it on a prayer. We know our dreams can all come true with love we can share. Will you be there for me love to last my whole life through. I finally found the love of a lifetime. Forever in my heart, I finally found the love of a lifetime. With every kiss, our love is like brand new. And every star up in the sky is made for me and you. Still, we both know that the road is long, but we know that we will be together because our love is strong. I finally found the love of a lifetime, a love to last my whole life through. I finally found the love of a lifetime. Forever in my heart, I finally found the love of a lifetime. Finally found the love of a lifetime, a love to last my whole life through. Yeah, I finally found the love of a lifetime. Forever in my heart, I finally found the love of a lifetime. Finally found the love.
The generation that put a hole in the ozone. Hairspray at 8 on Decades.
Not to see you again.
This is Hairspray at 8.
Oh, it must be magic how inside your eyes I see my destiny. Every time we kiss, I feel you breathe your love so deep inside of me. If the moon and stars should fall, they'd be easy to replace. I would lift you up to heaven, and you would take their place. When I saw red, when I opened up the door, I saw red. My heart just spilled onto the floor, and I didn't need to see his face. I saw yours, I saw red when I closed the door. I don't think I'm gonna love you anymore. Every day I wake up, I thank God that you are still a part of me. We've opened up the door to it, so many people never find the key. And if the sun should ever fail to send us light, we would burn 1,000 candles and make everything alright. When I saw red, when I opened up the door, I saw red. My heart just spilled onto the floor, and I didn't need to see his face. I saw yours, I saw red when I closed the door. And I don't think I'm gonna love you anymore.
It is Hairspray at 8, wrapping up 2 hours.
Oh, it must be magic.
Warrant, I Saw Red on Decades, Joey Kramer and Rex Havoc.
The late, great Jeannie Lane.
Cherry Pie was a great album. And I hated the song Cherry Pie.
It's funny, when it first came out, I liked it, but it's been so overplayed that I can't listen to it.
I hated Cherry Pie. I hated that song. I hated it when it first came out.
Now,
compared to the rest of the album, it was nothing like the rest of the
there
album.
was a version that was just re-released of that, like a country band redid it.
Of course they did.
But it's one of the guys who was in Warrant for a while, Billy something, and he released it as Apple Pie. So I've heard a little bit of it. I haven't heard the whole thing, but it wasn't bad when I heard of it. Go on.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what else to say after that.
My God. It's taken 7 years, but I finally got him to the point where he's speechless.
So we do got a few more songs. I'm going to do a Van Halen song for Ed. He texted me in. So we'll do one more Van Halen song, and then we'll be wrapping up our 2 hours. We still got more coming up. I have Journey on the way, Pet Shop Boys, The Afternoon Delights, That's a song.
Really? You're gonna
General Hospital.
Really? You're gonna put the General Hospital song? I love that. I love that song. Rocket Hot, Rocket Steady.
Please don't sing.
Yeah, I love that song, dude.
Don't sing.
I wasn't singing. I was quoting.
Anyway, I didn't rag on Kiss too much tonight. It was a slow night.
It was a slow night.
I guess because I had to respect. I had to respect Van Halen tonight. So.
It's funny because, it's funny how many. I didn't realize how many people on my Facebook page were Van Halen fans.
Oh, everybody's cool. Yeah, I love VH.
I didn't realize how many musicians
I love Halen.
I didn't really realize how many musicians I'm friends with.
Van Halen, I mean, he was probably the greatest guitar player of all time.
I don't know about all time, but I will say within the last...
he's done it consistently for the last 45 years, 44 years. So.
I will say of this generation, yeah. Probably the only guy who comes close in this generation is
Hendrix,
Slash.
man.
No,
Hendrix.
In this generation, I would say Slash. And I have friends who will tell you that Slash is overrated. But I mean, he's good at what he does. I mean, but he wasn't Eddie Van Halen.
No, he was absolutely not Eddie Van Halen, without a doubt. That I will agree with you. All right, that's going to do it for Hairspray. Like I said, we got like 1 or 2 left. We're going to do another Van Halen song and then into the 10 o'clock hour. Been a pleasure, Havoc. We'll have to do this again in about 6 months.
I'm still trying to remember if I was here before the road trip or after the road trip. Or
I don't remember.
I remember us sitting here drinking Gene Simmons root beers, but I don't remember.
That was before the road trip.
Was it?
Yeah, that was before the road trip. No, you came after the road trip because you brought me that thing from the one factory.
Oh, the
Louisville Slugger thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, so that was after the road trip.
Okay.
And then I think we got shut down like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I'll have this up on my website, decadeswithjoekramer.com. You can check it out there. We got more decades coming up. Like I said, Journey, Pet Shop Boys, Afternoon Delights, and more. Any final words there, Havoc?
Night, folks.
Peace,
have a good day. Peace, love, and
happiness.
Whatever you want to do.
This is Decades with JoeyKramer.com, the radio bold app for your iPhone or Android device, and right here on the river, 105 and 103.5.